Okay, Mike here at Sky Include slash on Handshake, or skyinclude.com on the old internet, web 2. And today is /ICANN. They could get their, I think, quite a lot of Handshake token if they wanted to. Hopefully they do soon. I think they got a couple more years to opt in for that free token and name reserve. So it came out April 27, 2022, just a couple of days ago. It's Saturday morning my time, April 30th, 2022. A couple years after Handshakes come out. It also talks about Ens Domains. It talks about Unstoppable. Talks about Namecoin. I recommend I'll put it right at the beginning of this blog on skyinclude.com/ICANN or setup.skyinclude/ICANN on Handshake. Our whole site is there, backed up in case any issues with our .com happen. Hopefully not, but I downloaded it here. I'm not going to read you a 15-page PDF, but I will take some highlights. They also tweeted it out, and I'll also highlight some of the community. First, I'll go through that. So here's their tweet. It's getting some activity from various people in the community. Also, Ens Domain people are talking about it, and others. So you can, of course, read that tweet so long as it's posted there yourself and read these different people talking about it. I retweeted it, or actually I retweeted Matt Zipkins, and I like the quote. First, they ignore you, because for a long time there was no response, at least that I saw, from ICANN about these blockchain domains. Then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. So I think maybe we're getting laughed at a little bit. Or, well, I don't think it's laughed. We're kind of, I think, maybe, well, it's not being ignored anymore. And we're going to keep on building. Matt Zipkin says, they did a lot of research, and they also highlighted by name Beacon Browser. It's true, Beacon Browser just came out like a week ago. So, I mean, man. And he highlights about the collisions. Also talks, I don't really know about Onion, honestly, on Tor. I haven't really studied that one or talked about that one. But you can read those. Namer Johnny Wu at Namebase. I put that also in the blog. His favorite part is 3.2. I'm going to go through this briefly. And then, welcome.mb saying, and Miguel at pencil.domains did some analysis. I mean, man, there's a lot of notes. I got to read this myself more. So that's all linked up on our blog. Also, it was mentioned in the Telegram. That's how I first, our main Telegram group. And I saw, actually, Jotan's great bridge with ICANN. And he shared this out. And Zipkin replied. Sajin and I replied. So it's pretty exciting. And then let me go to the PDF now. I'm not going to read this to you, sorry. Hopefully you can read by yourself or translate to your native language. It just came out on April 27th. And it's pretty well, it's a really great document, honestly. I even learned some new things. So definitely recommend you check it out. The executive summary is just basically they're analyzing this. They're seeing more and more blockchain domains or alternate name. And it's called, the name is Challenges with Alternate Naming System or Name Systems. And it's saying here, not all names are created equal. Obviously, it's kind of maybe warning you that the ICANN official supported domains are the real ones, and don't get. I think there was a blog that came out from some blogger at ICANN that you don't get scammed by buying non-official domains. And then it's going through the alternate names, alternate roots. Again, I'm not going to read this to you. You can read it. It's also well cited. I'm going to skip through this. Onion system, I got to study about this. It's on Tor. I've heard of it. I haven't studied it in DOA. I've got to study that handle system. More homework for me, maybe more future videos. And then, of course, here is the blockchain system. So it names Namecoin, ENS, or Ethereum Naming Service, Unstoppable Domains, and Handshake. All right, and it says, it's true. Namecoin was one of the first with the .bit TLD, and it's even I gotta learn this. I'm not so technical. Again, you can read this research all you want. Next, it mentions ENS domains, which is true. I think it was the second to come to the market, and it's using a .eth TLD. It's also not officially added .eth to the system of ICANN's recognized, or IETF. It has 800,000 domains registered as of the end of March. Honestly, a huge spike in April with the number of domains. And then it mentions unstoppable domains. It's not on Ethereum, but on Polygon. I think it's on both, actually. But yeah, I think it's mostly been moving to Polygon to lower the fees. And has 2 million domains registered end of March. And then last, but of course not least for me, or maybe you watching, is HNS, or Handshake. And this is cool, right? Own blockchain from Bitcoin. We've had JJ, one of the co-founders of, creators of Handshake, talk about this in our Handycom Enterprise. As of, sorry, I got kids screaming, we're all locked down here. So about 3.5 million domains have been registered, with 115,000 in use. So it says Unstoppable and Handshake are the only ones making their own TLDs. And again, as far as I can see, Unstoppable seems to make them up out of thin air. They just make .x or .whatever they want and sell them to people with no root zone, or I guess their own private root zone. I could be corrected if you like, but I think they're just issuing TLDs that they like. And yeah, so it's of course then comparing ICANN's this many domains and .com, which is what, 163 million. So it's saying obviously there's not that many, 2,800,000, blah blah blah. But of course, a growing technology is not going to be as mature and as widespread as the current technology. And it goes into here, and I think Johnny Wu says he likes 3.2, which is the bridging text. And gateways, and it talks about HNS.2, which a lot of us use, and it talks about welcome. It goes right to the name-based one, which is what he's talking about. We can go back to his tweet here. He's saying we got to fix welcome.mb. Yeah, you can see. Thanks for surfacing that, CTO, if I can.